Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in today's video, it is going to be a build for the Clairvoyance. Alexia Sama, thank you for the follow, I really appreciate that. But in today's video, it's going to be a video for the Clairvoyance. This is VS's debuffing weapon, but now it's become a lot more. It's finally become a weapon that I think is worth investing in for the damage that it can bring. Will it replace VS's actual abilities? No, it will not. However, it feels like more than just a weapon that you hold. And let me show you how to build it. So let's get on into it. So starting off with the actual build, so let's talk about the cores and the modules. So for the cores and the modules, cores and the substats on here, we're starting off with double element on the top. Double element because element will scale with this type of weapon. With beam weapons, Damien, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. With beam weapons, this scales overall, and having more damage on this will also help out. With the actual Clairvoyance, I believe the elemental side of this is what got buffed as well, so this is going to help the Clairvoyance deal more damage. For our green core, you want to go with a rounds per mag. The reason for that is having more rounds inside of the mag and slowly draining it is going to allow you to take advantage of the super cool plasma module, but I'll show you that in a moment. For the two sprint cores, you're going to want at least 120% and 119%, 39% to reach full sprint cap with VSA. In this instance, I've got two 19s, so yeah. You're not in video mode? No, don't worry, it's fine. Trust me, it's fine. I'm taking advantage of it so that I have to do a lot less editing. So don't worry, it's fine, guys. For the actual substats on here, Legion of Darkness, Chill, Firearm Attack, Crit Rate, Crit Damage would all be ideal. So any of them on the substats would be ideal. So now let's actually get on into the build and the modules for this setup. So for the modules, let's talk about how we're going to build it. Now, because this is a damage-based weapon, we are going in with full damage, of course. So first off, we're going to max out our firearm attack. Starting off with that, we go with action and reaction. Then we are going to also go with crit setup. So with crit, we obviously want to go with critical, and we're going to use better insight, better concentration, and concentration priority. So with this, let's put this the other way because we like the purple at the end. This is going to allow you to hit a lot of crits with this, and you want to make sure this will overall... Thank you for the sub, Diego. Sorry, Diablo. I'm blind, I can't read. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, King. So yeah, with this, you're going to want to make sure we're hitting a lot of crits, and overall just letting this slowly go through and absolutely nuke everything. Now, for this, of course, we are going to throw Chill on here. Double element for maxed out levels of damage. So we're going with Chill Enhancement as well as Chill Priority for VS specifically. So this will be nice and good. Next up, we already got ourselves a bigger magazine, but we're going to expand the magazine even more. We want to basically have a crazy amount of mag size and slow fire rate to basically allow us to just melt, specifically for the super cool plasma module. Now with this, if you read this, you'll see that it's up to 20 stacks and it resets when we miss the target. Now with this, ideally you want to just keep headshotting and just holding it and relaxing over there to basically rip apart 20 plus defense of the mob. Then you can whack VS's ability, or you could place a hurricane down first and then keep spraying this into there to basically allow you to absolutely rip apart the mob even faster. Now for that, we are also going to include some fire rate because we don't want the fire rate to be too slow. So if we go over to fire rate module over here, let's go with that. And then the last module is a little bit of an optional one. You could go with weak point if you want to do way more damage for headshots, which is something I would recommend. So throwing on weak point sight over here would definitely be a good call, or throwing on have aiming would also definitely be a good call as well. However, in this instance, I am going with spray and pray. The reason I'm going with this is whenever you land a crit, free ammo. So if you are going with this, you would definitely be able to use this as a free sort of setup weapon thing. it works very well for setup. Other than that, if you do want to still run weak point as well, I would suggest dropping chill priority, throwing a catalyst into there, and then going in with the weak point site over here as well as a second option. You might want to play around with it a little bit more to see which one it is that you prefer. However, I still think that overall going with the element here is going to be a little bit better. So in the gameplay that I'm going to show you, I will be using chill priority. So now that we've gone over the clairvoyant setup, let me run you into Purge 10 and let me show you some VSA gameplay. So just before we get into that real quick though, I do thank you for the follow, Rin Lauren Frost. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. So just before we go into the gameplay real quick, I do want to quickly show you my VSA setup. So for my modules, this is what I am running. You could replace this with Dangerous Ambush if you prefer damage, but it's back and forth really. It's not really going to make a major difference regardless. For my weapon, of course, it's going to be the Clairvoyance. For the external components, I'm using 2 pieces of Hunter for maxed out cooldown along with my setup. And then I'm using 2 pieces of Ascending Armory. All going to be max HP, recovery out of combat, max MP, recovery in combat. MP recovery modifier is going to be the main thing, and defense is also a really nice touch. Across all my external component cores, I am going to be using max HP and defense. For my reactor, it's Cho Singular, cooldown and crit damage, reaching the absolute cooldown cap with this one. For my Arca tuning, this is the max damage tree that you would use on VSA. However, if you want to use this tree, you would also be getting more damage out of defense neutralization, pairing that up with the Clairvoyance with an already debuffed mob. But this is the tree that I use. You can mess with the other trees if you want, so on and so forth. For the inversions, I use Adrenaline Rush. I would also recommend using chill rounds, but you don't actually even need it. And then biodensity augmentation. And just for a quick show of hands, when you do have mobs here and you do use the clairvoyance, it does start shredding them, especially when you aim at the weak points. It is truly a peak experience, and you can see here with the mag going down so slowly as well, this weapon is going to absolutely destroy. Now let's get on into some proper Purge gameplay. I'm going to sit quiet and let you lot enjoy the gameplay. BZ, thank you for the sub, bro. Appreciate you, King. Glock for following. Glock, thank you for the follow, bro. Appreciate you, thank you, man. Clairvoyance makes a massive difference to Viessa, and now with this setup, you can see that the way I was playing, I was essentially using it as a, instead of using your first ability, you can use the Clairvoyance. It takes a little bit of a second, depending on some of the setups. I think it's a better weapon to use to finish off mobs, more so than setup, and I think setting up with it is also quite good as well. It's better for damage. Is it going to replace your VS's abilities? No. However, I think for Greg, at least especially towards the end, using it for that super cool plasma and using it for the setup on here is definitely going to make your VS do a lot more damage. I like this setup, and now it feels like the Clairvoyance is more than just a side piece and a debuffing weapon. It feels like a weapon you can actually rely on when running with Viessa.